That's right.
Make sure you don't.
No. I don't curse in public.
We got it. What is some of the
My name is Patricia Butler, and I am the CEO and co-owner of Don Eduardo and Coffeecionado Coffee Company.
My name is Clint Butler. I am co-owner and chief legal counsel for Don Eduardo Coffee Company and Coffeecionado.
I didn't know I was in love with coffee until I started missing it. You know how that is when you're like away from something and you start thinking about it and you're missing it, and then you're like, oh my God, I need this. That's how I realized that I was in love with it. It was more of a connection with Colombia. I wanted to go home and I wanted to interact with my people again, and Colombia grows the best coffee in the world. I went back home and I went back to the fields. My father had moved back to the coffee area of Colombia, which is called the Coffee Triangle. Smelling the coffee plants and smelling the beans, and I realized that something was missing in my life, like something huge, and that's when I realized that that's a part of me and that's a part of who I am, and I had to bring it here. I didn't feel comfortable living in Texas and not having that with me, so I figured I'll just bring Colombian coffee and I'll share it with everybody so everybody can have the experience that I'm having. My ideas and my dream is to be able to help create and promote roasters in San Antonio and in Texas. This is the place where we're gonna start. This is gonna be this place where you're sitting right now. This is a community roaster where people are gonna be able to learn, to produce, to create, and to share that with the world.
It's simply just a matter of learning your curves, which are the combination of heat and time taken to roast coffee. And all you gotta do is learn what the curves are that you want for your particular roast, and then it's just a matter of plugging that in, pouring the beans in, spending 20 minutes watching it popcorn and roast for you, and then it comes right out right there. And so we're able to allow for restaurants, coffee shops, individuals, bridal showers, you know, whoever wants to come in here and create their own bean, create their own roast. We're allowing for San Antonio to express its own creativity here. And that's just something that you do not see anywhere else in San Antonio. You don't see it anywhere else in Texas.
And that depends on the person's taste. I like my coffees chocolatey and nutty, but if you're here and you're the one who's creating your curve, you might decide that you like your coffees very fruity, and that's where you leave it. Coffee is a very personal thing. It's like religion. That's why to me it's so important that people come in and they roast their coffee themselves, because it's part of their personality, and so we're allowing them to develop that as well.
And that's just something that you do not see anywhere else in San Antonio. You don't see it anywhere else in Texas. That any person, anyone who wants to learn how to roast can come here, can spend a couple of classes with Patricia learning how to use this machine, and then is going to be an expert roaster on this thing. And is going to be able to create whatever type of roast and whatever type of coffee they want to, using the very best coffee beans in the world. And so, you know, not only do we bring a technology that nobody else is employing that allows for everyone and anyone to be able to become a coffee roaster, but we're also providing you with the very best beans in the world. So you start off from a very good place with our coffee beans, and then you end in a unique, accessible, and extremely beneficial roaster that we've got right here. And so from start to beginning, we've just got a different type of process.
We wanted to bring something that could be available to everyone in San Antonio. Not just people who like coffee, but people who are infatuated with it, people who are in love with it. Coffee's for everybody. Let's have coffee, let's be friends. That's our motto in Colombia. And so I want to bring that here, and I want to bring that feeling of community. I want people to own what they've created, own the curve that they've created. This is yours. It took you time to develop the coffee. So to me, that is part of creating, it's part of developing ideas, and it's part of collaborating. And I think San Antonio has that already, and with coffee, bringing that to everyone, making it available, is another step to creating another creative community of coffee roasters. Of Don Eduardo Coffee Company and Don Eduardo Coffee Company. And then we have to
You
say
said the
that.
same thing
Oh,
twice.
yeah.
Don Eduardo Coffee
Hey,
Company
we're gonna get it right.
and Coffeecionado.
All right, you ready?